Hey, what's up, everybody? It's BDF44. So, it turns out Kawhi does not have a degenerative issue with his knee, from what I understand, but that doesn't really mean that the Clippers, and Kawhi Leonard's camp don't have the right to want to preserve his body. Look, this is how I feel about this situation. If Kawhi Leonard, athlete, he's just an example, understands that his body is going to be limited to to what he can do. His money, the maximum amount of money that he can earn, is going to be limited to his ability to keep his body healthy for the duration of a 15-year, 20-year career, and his career gets cut down early because he doesn't take the proper precautions. Then that's on Kawhi. So, in my opinion, the NBA needs to be kept honest in regards to how they treat players in regards to doing so. They need competition. That's what I've learned in this situation. The NBA is crossing over, basically saying that the NBA's priorities in earning money and maximum, in big games, basically getting players, big name players to play in big games, should be prioritized over players protecting their body and teams protecting their assets. And I think that that is not right. I think that that is not right, and I think that this situation has shined a light on that situation, basically. The NBA is going to continue to replace players no matter what. When Kawhi Leonard's retired, he's gone. I don't care how great you are as a player. Kobe retired, Timmy retired. All of the greatest players who've ever played are not playing anymore, okay? LeBron's going to retire, KD's going to retire, and they're going to still bring in talent over the years. So the NBA's priorities in trying to keep these players honest in regards to playing these games is bull. It's bull at the highest order, because essentially what they're saying is, even though we're going to continue to replace you, we want you to prioritize our interests over your health. No, they need to be kept honest. At this point, I'm looking at the NBA and I'm like, well, we need another league. We need another league to where the NBA cannot feel as confident in saying, you can't preserve your body because you're going to cost us money, while they continue to replace these players every couple years. No. No. The players should be able to play the games that they want to play. The NBA, the league, and the teams and these owners should have the right to preserve their assets, in my opinion. And these players should ultimately, it should come down to the players feeling good enough to play these games. And I don't care if it's a big market game or you playing against a team that nobody's going to watch. If they have it marked down to a science to where this player can preserve his body better over the duration of his career so that he can earn max dollars and get the most out of himself in his freaking dream, then the NBA sitting up here saying, well, no, you can't do that because it's going to cost us money and we're going to disappoint our fans. That's your problem. That's your problem. That's upon the NBA to structure their schedule out properly so that teams and players shouldn't have to feel the need to do that. The NBA is taking the onus off of itself and their inability to structure their seasons properly so that players don't have their bodies deteriorate before the duration of their careers is up. And then they want to blame these players for devising ways of getting through an 82-game schedule. They want to punish them for figuring out how to keep their bodies healthy. Hell no. Hell no. At this point in time, I'm looking at the NBA and saying, you need competition. Because you're running around acting like you God out here. You're running around telling players who you're going to replace in 5 years, 10 years, 15 years time that they can't try to get the most out of themselves while they have an opportunity to do so. Nah, F y'all for that. No. You can try to pull that wig over someone else's head and try to make that look like that's good, but I know that's bullshit. You're not going to run that on us. You're not going to run that on us. That's part of the problem that I've had with a lot of these leagues, because they treat these players and they treat these athletes like they're freaking animals, like they're horses or something. When they know damn well they're going to breed more horses later on, they're going to continue to have leagues long after Kawhi's life is over. Let alone after his career is over. They're going to continue to keep playing basketball for as long as people want to shoot that mug. But then they're going to tell these players who have temporary careers that they can't try to get the most out of themselves by structuring themselves properly throughout the season? Are you crazy? How stupid do you think we are, is what I would ask the NBA. How stupid do you think we are? I don't know. If I'm Kawhi Leonard and if I'm the Clippers, I'm getting lawyers. I'm going up against the NBA on that. We have to talk to the Players Association, and we got to figure out how we can get the onus back on the league to structure their seasons properly instead of putting the onus on these temporary players for trying to last throughout their careers. Hell no. Spread the games out a little bit. Cut 82 down to 62. Then players won't have to do all this load management to get through these leagues. to get through the season. Then they won't have to sit up here and say, well, I don't want to play against the Bucks, but I will play the next night. Because it's about structuring your body so that you can do so. Throughout the season in these playoffs, they'll run you into the damn ground. And then tell you that you're wrong for trying to keep yourself healthy, keep yourself in a position to play these games properly. Hell no. Hell no. They need competition. And the only reason why they're able to do this kind of bullshit is because they don't have it. If there was another league out there, a real league, that was paying the same amount of money, they wouldn't even try this shit. Because they know that a great player like Kawhi Leonard can go over to that league and get the same amount of money and not be treated that way. They need to be held honest. No different than the NBA 2K video game needs to be held honest. They over there pulling the bullshit they've been doing. NBA, you guys are doing some funny shit. The NFL ain't the only ones out here pulling funny shit. You guys just do a better job of hiding the energy of it. Making it look like you care. But I see it. I see straight through that bullshit. Kawhi Leonard, don't even trip. Clippers, don't even trip. Continue to do things the way you're doing. And if I were them, I wouldn't pay a $50,000 fine at all. They would have to go to court with me. Because I know better. It's no way in hell you're going to tell me that I'm wrong for trying to do what I need to do to keep my career lasting. Hell no. When you just go replace me anyway, kiss my ass. That's exactly what I'm saying if I'm Kawhi Leonard. So this is bigger than basketball to me. This is about people trying to keep control over people who they know otherwise are going to just acquiesce because they don't have another place to go to get the money that they're supposed to be getting from there for their talents. Nah, that's bullshit. You're not God, NBA. You are not God. No, your priorities and what you think is most important should be aligned with the players, because the players right now are what's going to keep your business booming. And the more people like myself start getting a whiff of what you're doing, we're going to stop paying attention to you, just like the NFL is not getting the attention that they once got from us. Don't play with us. That's all I got to say. Don't play with us. This is BDF 44 telling the NBA directly, stop playing with our players, dude. Stop that shit. The onus is on you to make sure that your seasons are structured so that players can get the most out of their bodies. Don't do that shit. Don't tell them, no, you guys got to play all these games, and then they tear apart and they have to retire after 8 years and 9 years. Bump that. No, you got to do your part to make sure that your science and all the things that you got going on fit the players, not just your pockets. Stop that shit. BDF.